Welcome, girls and boys of South Paris Collaborative and the rest of the world. Have you ever heard of the American Civil War?
It's a war that was caused by slavery, started at 1860 and 1861, when 11 states succeeded to make their own country called the Confederate States of America. The states that stayed in the Union, the U.S. were the Union.
The Confederate States broke away because President Abraham Lincoln wanted to stop slavery.
Lincoln was the president of the Union, while Jefferson Davis was elected president for the Confederate States.
There were many important battles, people, constitutional changes, and presidential elections.
The first battle was taking place at Fort Sumter, South Carolina.
It lasted 2 days from April 12 to April 13, 1861.
Hey, that's around the time of the Civil War began. I wonder why.
Ah! We're under attack by Confederate forces! Ah! Scream like a baby! Ah!
Attack those chickens, you wimps. Fire the cannons at the fort. Yeah, we won. Beat that fighting Michigans.
We lost our dignity.
Okay. First, I want to stop slavery. It is an unfair matter to these deserving people.
Yes, I want to stop slavery. I live up north.
No, I need slaves. I live in South. Let's separate from America. The Confederate States of America. Who's with me?
No! This is a bad idea for the future of America. No!
Abraham Lincoln's electoral votes were 212, and he had 2,218,388 popular votes. He won the election because all 2,218,388 people didn't want slavery in their country, and Lincoln promised not to allow slavery in the Union.
George B. McClellan got 21 electoral votes and 1,812,807 popular votes. He didn't get elected because he won slavery in the country. But most people that voted were against slavery. Therefore, voted for Lincoln because he disagreed for having slavery in the country.
There's another battle called the Battle of Shiloh. Wow, that was a very bloody battle. This was a major win for the Union. It was a 2-day battle. It was fought April 6 to 7 to 1862.
Yeah, it makes an amount of wins even between the Union and the Confederates.
I just noticed that.
Wow. I, John C. Breckinridge, have a battle plan for the next attack. He would strike and drive the Union defenders away from the Tennessee River and into the swamps of Owl Creek to the west. He must defeat Grant's army of the Tennessee before it linked up with Major General Don Carlos Buell's Army of the Ohio. We shall win.
I am Ulysses S. Grant, and we must march to Tennessee to link up with Major General Don Carlos Buell's Army of Ohio before the Confederates meet up with us. Move out. General Don Carlos Buell, Army of Ohio. Now die! Yeah!
Union won the Battle of Shiloh!
During the Civil War, there were many turning points between the South and the North.
Yeah, I was glad when the Union came back with wins.
Yeah, so am I.
Hey Daniel, do you know about the Emancipation Proclamation?
No, tell me about it.
The Emancipation Proclamation consists of two executive orders issued by United States President Abraham Lincoln during the American Civil War.
But what did the first issued for?
The first one issued September 22nd, 1862, declared the freedom of all slaves in any state of the Confederate States of America that did not return to Union controlled by January 1st, 1863. The second order issued January 1st, 1863, named 10 Pacific states where it would apply. Lincoln issued the executive order by his authority as Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States Constitution.
Never knew about that before. Thanks.
Well, wait, there's more. The proclamation did not name the slaveholding border states of Kentucky, Missouri, Maryland, or Delaware, which had never declared a cession, and so it did not create a slave state.
Wow, well that's enough. Let's go.
There were also many important people during the Civil War,
Like who?
like Abe Lincoln, Ulysses S. Grant, Jefferson Davis, Robert E. Lee. Abe Lincoln was my favorite president. He really had a heart for slaves. After Abraham Lincoln got elected, he said a speech in 1863. It was called the Gettysburg Address.
7 years ago, our forefathers brought forth on this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to this proposition that all men are created equal. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us. That from this honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we were here highly resolved that these dead shall not have died in vain. That this nation under God shall not have a new birth of freedom. And that a government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from this earth.
This is only an excerpt of the Gettysburg Address.
Also, Ulysses S. Grant was a Union general. He was even the 18th president.
Ulysses began his life by having a long career as a general, as a soldier, after graduating at United States Military Academy.
He was born on April 27, 1822. In addition, died July 23, 1885.
And now, John C. Breckinridge.
He was a Confederate general.
He was a rare political general and was born in Kentucky, January 15, 1821.
He died May 17, 1865.
What were some major turning points of the Civil War and why were they so crucial?
The Confederate States didn't think it was fair for the war to be 11 states versus 23 states.
The Union won because the North had huge advantages in troops and equipment.
Credits, scenery,
Daniel.
Nicole, script,
Me, Daniel.
Talia.
researcher,
Brian, important people and important battles.
costumes,
Brian, Talia,
Daniel.
and Nicole, best researcher.
Daniel.
Talia, Brian.
That was executive or researcher. Computer work, Nicole! Yeah. Great example. Have a great summer and may history live in all of us.